Hello everyone. Umbrella can't stop the rain, but can make us stand in rain. Confidence may not bring success, but gives us power to face any challenge in life. By Abdul Kalam sir. Hi everyone participants. I am Mrs. Pranjali Chafle. Welcome all you in MSBTE approved 5th day of STTP on Environment Engineering for Global Sustainability organized by Civil Department of Saraswati Institute of Technology, Kharghar, Navi Mumbai. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce our today's speaker and a great personality, Professor T.Z. Quazi sir. Sir is an associate professor and head of the Department of Automobile Engineering at Saraswati College of Engineering, Navi Mumbai, and has 22 plus of the vast experience in the teaching field and specialize in sustainable manufacturing and world-class manufacturing subjects. He is vigorous member of International Association of Engineers, Indian Institution of Industrial Engineering, life member of ISTE, and the member of Society of Automotive Engineers India. He has attended and organized around 20 technical workshops, many short-term training programs, and number of seminars. He has published around 54 research papers in national and international journals. He has guided more than 20 master students. Now I would like to invite Professor T.Z. Kazi sir to proceed for the further session. Thank you. Sir, please.
Thank you, Pranjali madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, one and all. A respected principal of SAIT, Dr. D.R. Suroshi sir, organizing team, and my dear participants. Very good morning to all of you. So first of all, I thanks Saraswati Institute of Technology Management, Secretary, Principal sir, and all HODs for inviting me for this particular seminar on sustainability. So the topic given to me is design for sustainability. Definitely this topic is very close to me as a part of academician, as a part of human being. So I will start my sessions. Outline of my presentation is introductions about the sustainability, then design for sustainability, various principles, then what exactly the sustainable manufacturing. I came to know that the audience are from civil background, mechanical background, from various colleges of diploma all over Maharashtra. So I will try to quote and put some examples relevant to the civil as well as the mechanical domains. Then I will discuss the sustainability in machine tools, then green design, and being a head of automobile engineering department, I will showcase one of the case study related with the automotive remanufacturing, which is again applicable to all of us. So basically, design for sustainability is an offset of DFX. Commonly, we use the terminology DFX. X stands for the excellency in the design. So design for excellence philosophy. And X having the wide range of spectrum, and the main intention of this particular X factor is to improve the product design and manufacturing process. When I am saying product for automobile and mechanical, it is no doubt a physical product. For civil engineering, it is again, it may be a particular building construction, it may be flyover, it may be any particular physical things and manufacturing process. So X can be substituted to represent a certain aspect. Now X may be designed for sustainability. X may be designed for assembly. X maybe stand for assembly. X maybe stand for disassembly. X maybe stands for manufacturing. X maybe stands for testing. X maybe stand for Six Sigma, which is the quality assurance, right? So X having the wide spectrum, and today we are using this for the design for DFS, D for S or DFS, that is for design for sustainability. So we'll try to complete some of the X factor which are a integral part of the sustainability, right? So design for manufacturing, for instance, is one of the X factor. Design for assembly is one of the X factor, that is we are saying as a design for DFA. Design for reliability we are saying, and most of the time when we are combining the effects of manufacturing and assembly, then we are saying it is the DFMA, that is design for manufacturing and assembly. So these are the main key X factor for the sustainability. Other may be design for disassembly, design for maintenance, design for environment. I hope in this particular short term training program already you aware about for the environmental aspect for sustainability. So I will not discuss about DFE, that is design for environment, because already it was covered in earlier session. So X may be anything relevant to sustainability, maybe manufacturing, maybe assembly, maybe disassembly, maybe reliability, maybe inspection, maybe testing, maybe quality, right? Maybe Six Sigma, right? So X factor are n number of X factors are there, but we'll focus which are the more important for the sustainability. So when we are saying DFS or D4S is the subset methodology of DFX family. It comes from the DFX family only, and it's mainly focuses on the how we can produce or develop the sustainable product. So sustainability is nothing but what it is the judicious use of natural resources in a way that does not compromise the future generation ability to use them. 2022 is there. We are in the era of we always say 21st century, right? But most of the product developed 100 years back, but still there are lot of scope is there. They are not, still we can say they are the sustainable product, right? Either it may be, you can take any domestic example of any commercial, any domestic example, maybe your refrigerator, maybe your AC, or you can take any example of any commercial products, any machines, any compressor, any pump. We are not sure that we can say that it's a sustainable product. So unfortunately people has not serious while designing a particular product to think with respect to the sustainability point of view. So what exactly the main objective of sustainability? Definitely the important on this uh, strategic point of view is the we have to use the fewer resources, right? We can't say for the coming generation or future generation or next generation that all these particular resources are over, nothing left for you. Petrol is over, diesel is over, steel is over. We are used in bulk and mass quantity for infrastructure project purpose, for product development purpose. So we can't say that okay, we have used these things, nothing left for you. So definitely we have to optimize and fewer utilization of available resources, and we have to think, prefer eco-friendly alternatives. Even 1970, when one was the nature journals, one paper was published that ozone depletion is there, then we come to know that okay, how actually, you already know that ozone depletion, O3, global warming potential, and all those things related to that. We understand that what exactly the importance that the comfort life providing the affordable product to the customer, it is not sufficient. We have to think the our overall nature, our overall environmental, right? So we have to think product development with respect to the nature, with respect to the environment. So these resources could, it may be raw materials, it may be a particular process to develop that particular product, it may be a particular system, it may be a distribution methods, right, which is related to the products. So this actually European Commission always be fingered out that only the developed countries are, you know, ruling the world, but obviously they have proved themselves as far as the technology is concerned. So one of the European Commission, it states that as much as 80% of product negative impact on the environment is finalized at the design stage, very primary stage of any particular product. It is possible that we can reduce the negative impact of that particular product at very initial stage. After product is developed, it is not possible to think about the negative aspects on the environment, right? So therefore it is paramount importance to evaluate the minimize environmental impact at the design stage itself. We are developing the product, we are processing the products, but whether they are sustainable product, no. So design for sustainability help us to carry out a critical evaluations of all the different aspects and to arrive at an environmental sound product. And it's the need of our that we have to produce only the environmental friendly products, right? So this is a famous, circular economical diagram which clear cut emphasize on the what exactly the life cycle of the products. So definitely we have to produce the green products, those may be non-toxic, it must have the longer life, and it should be recyclable. So we have to think with respect to the reduce environmental footprint, either it may be in terms of ppm, it may be some carbon emissions or any hazardous, right? So it has to be switched over to the cleaner production using fewer resources. And definitely if you are doing so, you can get or increase the incomes also, because peoples are preferring now. World is the global village. If you are producing sustainable product, you can exchange the product worldwide, otherwise nobody will purchase, because it's the benchmarking that you had to have the produce the cleaner and clean production only by using, available resources, by obeying the rules and regulations of the sustainability, right? So next is better service to extend lifespan. In electronic gadgets we can understand that after 6 months you are replacing the mobile phone, but some of the products are there, it has to be work for the longer life. You can't replace your refrigerator every year after every 6 months, it has to be work for 10 to 15 years. So how we can increase the domestic product, how we can increase the life of the domestic product as well as the commercial product. Now it's high time to increase the better service as well as the to extend the life span of product, right? So collect at end of life of remanufacture, one has to think that either I can reduce or resource the dependency of the some of the aspects, how I can think the end life cycle of that particular product, whether it is possible to recycle, whether it is possible to remanufacture, and how I can minimize the waste through or recycle waste or reuse resources. So global world is now working on the this particular circular economy, and there is no any alternative in near future, or you can say this is the end of this economy. There is no any other alternative option is available. Each and every company, each and every manufacturer has to use this particular type of circular economy. Then and then the company will survive, right? So what another basic principles which are generally applicable to the sustainability: dematerialization, modular design, preference of renewable energy, migrations to product service system, design for longevity, and limit or eliminate long distance outsourcing, and invest in simulation. These are the main basic principles for the design for sustainability. We'll go one by one. Dematerializations, no doubt, material is the main thing. And UNEP, that is the United Nations Environmental Program, they mainly focus on how we can reduce the total material and energy throughput. I will take the one example. Suppose earlier for manufacturing of car, if 2000 kg the material is used, now people are trying to reduce the weight up to 600 kg, up to 1000 kg, reduction of 50% weight to a particular product. That it means a lot that we are working towards dematerializations. Whatever may be the processing and energy required to process that particular car, it can be reduced to 50%. So there is a challenge when we are producing a product, how we can reduce the total material as well as the throughout product as well as the service, right? So that we can limit its environmental impact. So reduction of the raw material at the production stage, reduction of energy, reduction of material inputs at usage stage, and waste at the disposal stage. So this is the main important thing. Then miniaturization of product. Earlier you can see what PCs are available. Now it is get the size of the product is reduced. Mobile handsets, you can see how now we are talking about only display. Just you can visualize any at any place, you can develop the screen and you can see the display of the TV or smartphones, right? So products are day by day becomes prototype or smaller and smaller, right? So because of that, less packaging is required, like storage area is required, transportation and delivery and all associated these things. Definitely it may, with respect to minimization of carbon emissions involved in each life cycle of the products. So this is one of the aspect. Smartphones have discarded the original design. You can see initially we have to use the physical keyboard, or tablets have replaced laptops, many applications. So all are well aware about this. Automotive also, in all segments, optimizations as well as the dematerialization process has been taken place. The bulky vehicles, all bikes, all they are trying to reduce their weight so that we can improve the fuel efficiency. As far as the weight is reduced, what actually happens, the efficiency of that particular car or that particular vehicles will improve. So it is directly related. So if you are reducing the improvement, performance improvement, if you are increasing because of the weight reduction, so obviously that is helpful for customers as well as the manufacturer. So lower fuel consumption has in turn lead to the reduced emission and environmental damage. That is the major issue what we are facing nowadays, right? So dematerialization of machine tools and manufacturer. Then digitalization, paperless technology, we have to eliminate all through product lifecycle management platforms, through various product design and development platforms, through various you know the technology which are available nowadays, through which we can do the digitalization. Each and every things now we are preferring that it will go for the digitalization only. Example, maybe your e-readers for books, newspaper. That Time Magazine has already declared that they will not produce any hard print of that magazines, but still we are using the Times of India paper, the Hindu papers, or any papers, those having the bunch of 15 to 20 pages. But at what cost that newspaper was produced? We must understand that how many trees has been cut, how much water has been used for to read a Times of India paper of 15 pages, whether it is, at what cost, at what, damage to the environment we are reading a newspaper. So time has to come that we should digitalize each and every newspaper. It should be in the soft form only. No need to produce the hard copy of any newspaper or books. Digital library we are talking about, digitalization in print media. So it is the need of our. Another is the modular design. So modular design, you know compactness. Even if you are talking about domestic purpose, if kitchen is there, we are talking about the modular kitchen should be there. Modular, house should be there. We can use the smarter product as well as the smart furniture, eco-friendly furniture. Those days are gone where always we are preferring some special type of wood for our domestic purpose products. But now people are aware that how to use the eco-friendly product for domestic purpose. So people are replacing the various products in with perspective point of modular point of view, right? Now in a smartphone again you can see the modular design is there, right? Better cameras are there, better features are there. So in each and every products one has to be think with respect to the modularity point of view, that fewer and fewer components should be there, so that easy to manufacture, easy to replace, easy to maintenance, easy to handle. So that philosophy has to be integrate while thinking about the product design. Another one is principle is the we have to use the prefer the renewable energy, right? Definitely after 20-30 years we can't say for next generation petrol is over, diesel is over, gas is over, coal is over. Definitely we have to switch over toward the wind energy, solar energy, hydroelectricity energy for industrial purpose, for industrial electricity generation purpose. So we have to shift towards electric drives. Definitely it's always we are, you know hearing that okay, automotive and shipbuilding industry, they are all already working towards this. So renewable energy is one of the preference of principle of sustainable energy. Then migrations to product service systems. Whenever we are talking about product, definitely it's have the maintenance. Even if you are having your building, it having how the maintenance, right? So maintenance has to be less, maintenance should be there. If you are developing, purchasing 1 crore flat, and every year you are doing the maintenance charges of 20,000 and 30,000. So that means something wrong with the technological features which are associated to that building, whether sewage treatment plant is there, whether water service is there, whether interior is there, whether whatever may be the service related to that building, lift facility is there, electricity providing, the transformer backup, each and every has to be maintained properly. There should not be cost incurred for maintaining the lift, maintaining the transport system, maintaining the parking system, maintaining the, these has to be have for the longer durability, right? So if you are considering building as a product, all those services associated with that building, it has to be taken into account that with that should be the less maintenance, that should be less disposal. All parts should be remanufactured and repairable easily, and disposability should be there. Simply by saying clean city, smart city should not be work out. We have to have develop the products, transport either, or it may be civil related product. We have to develop a product which is having the less harm to the society, less harm to the you know overall environment. Definitely we are using the car sharing, pool sharing, we are using public pts, that is nothing but what the public transport system. When we are calling smart city should not have the lacks of vehicles on the road, because it is not the ideality of the smart city. Smart city should have the monorail, or local trains, or whatever may be the transport facility at the affordable rate, and those vehicles should be environmental friendly vehicles. Smart road should be there, right? Then and then, and pool car sharing should be there. But nowadays it's a trend that everybody, for the sake of social status symbol, we are purchasing the car. Hardly we are using for weekly once or twice. But how much, the material has been used for that particular car, how much fuel consumptions, how much it take the space, how actually it impacts on the environment, we never bother about the environmental perspective point of view, sustainable point of view. So one has to talk, when we are talking about the smart city, we have to talk about the smart road, smart transportation system, smart water systems, right? So even simply water cooler is there, but it has to be provide the clean water without any maintenance, right? So product, whenever we are talking about product is associated with that service, so it has to be incorporated in such a way that there should be less maintenance, there should be less harm to the society, to the humanity, to the environment, right? Another one is definitely the longevity of the product, right? Nobody wants to replace their laptop and mobile phone. At least it has to be 2 years or 3 years, right? Now UK has done one of the study in European Union's 2020 में one of the study, it indicates that 69% of user wants their mobile phones and tablets to last at least 5 years or more, right? But due to degrading that battery, switch that devices roughly for after every 2 years. So battery is the main issue. So it improves the modularity. It would increase the likelihood of the product achieving the its expected life of 5 years. After every year, if I am changing my car, my mobile phone, my refrigerator, my AC, is of no use. So longevity of that product, it is of the prime importance. So product should be easy to dismantle, easy to assemble, easy to repair, right? So all these aspects come under the DFX family, right? So future upgradability and compatibility also part. Then eliminate long distance outsourcing. So another, this one of the feature is there, where whatever maybe the resources are there, you can't say that our transportation system for industrial purpose only night time the transport system will work, daily time the it is open for the common people. So we will not allow for heavy traffic that is used for the industrial purpose, for transport purpose, we will allow them at the night only. So we can't restrict them 24 by 365 days. You prepare the separate line, separate express highways, the road infrastructures. We always can't blame for the developed country. Developed country becomes developed country because of their infrastructure. If infrastructure is good, transportation cost, transportation time is reduced, and indirectly we are helping to the environment. Indirectly we are balancing the nature. So these are much more important, that your traveling time should be reduced. I will not suggest that every time you connect with the bullet train, but wherever is applicable, the long distance should be covered in the short span of time through the intercontinental transport system, or it may be through the whatever may be the transport media you are using. It has to be, with respect to the sustainability, right? No doubt, for when we are talking about sustainability, we have to use the different software technology, you have to use the product life cycle management related technology, you have to use the product design and development technology. Civil point of view, civil peoples always, they say they believe that okay, it is untouchable for using the software, but they have to use the software for designing purpose, for building the interior purpose, right? Each for each and every stage of building construction, one has to use the software. So investment is simulations, whether it may be through computer aided design, computer aided manufacturing, computer aided manufacturing, Today, computers, you know, it simulates a large range of products. Even nowadays, China has developed a 20 stories building through 3D printing, right? Those days are gone when I'm using the 100 labors, you know, different 20, heavy duty mixers, machineries, heavy equipments. No, nothing is required for developing a building. You need a sophisticated 3D system. Only single persons operate that particular 3D system where material is mixed, either it may be concretes or any materials, any composite materials or any green material. Those are mixed with appropriate quantity, with optimum use of water, optimum use of raw materials, and through that the building is developed. You can see on YouTube. I will not demonstrate the videos. YouTube, you will see the various building which are developing by, in developed countries, they are developing through the 3D printings, right? So it's eliminates now the physical making a prototype. Now every builders, when you saw, he will showcase the 3D model of interior building, right? So of course the civil engineer, civil, designer, they are using the simulation softwares, right? So computer aided engineering plays an vital role, right? Even if your sewage treatment system is there, even if any dam is there, you have to analyze that how this particular fluid systems can simulates, right? So with simulation, it plays a wide and important role for the highly sustainable for product development purpose. So advantage of computer aided design is enormous in every field of mechanical, automobile, civil, and no doubt all those remaining computer related domains are there. But basically for computer, mechanical, and civil, advantage of CAD is much more higher. And because of the this technology, 3D printers particularly, because they are resource efficient, right? And they are eco-friendly system, they are the environmental friendly technologies, right? So investment and simulation. So now we'll switch over to with another, that when we are talking about sustainability, we have to think with respect to these three main pillars for the sustainability. One is the economy, another one is society and environment. We can't say that, if you remember, in one time the social media, I think 1 or 2 year back, supreme court of supreme court of India, they says that Delhi becomes the gas chamber. Delhi is the capital of our India, and if, you know supreme court says that it becomes the gas chamber in 2020, if we are saving that a particular city becomes the gas chamber, so what is the use of development? So product development, transport system, industrial, whatever maybe the hazardous wastes are there. So those are the serious issue. We can't say that Mumbai or Delhi should suffer from the environmental damage, some negative impact of, you know part per million ppm value increase, whatever maybe the hazardous gases is there, we are not able to get the indoor air quality good, IAQ, indoor air quality. Now people are talking about that why we should live in the metro city. People are searching for the third home, green home. In 2020, we are searching for the green home. We want some, in green zone area where it should be away from the city, away from the, industrialization area. Why we are talking about the social economical zone? Why we are talking about the green zone? Right, whenever the city has been developed, one has to think that it should be accommodated for a particular limit of populations. People should not think about the third home. Why we are thinking that we are not, acquaint with the what happenings to the environments, right? So economy, society, and environment, these are the definitely the main pillar. And when we are sustainable, here you can see, here you can see that when social and economical aspects are there equitable, when social and environmental is there, right, that is bearable, and when environmental and economical aspects are there viable, but central point is the sustainable. Now we are talking about the sustainable, right? So I hope you understand what exactly the, so environmental sustainability, definitely we have to conserve the natural resources and protect global ecosystem to health and well-being for now as well as the for the future, right? We should not, you know, should satisfy that it's okay, we are happy now. No, we have to think for the next generation, right? So production gaps by distributing jobs according to manufacturing availability, lead time, expertise, capabilities, right? We have to use the less material, waste created should be less, right? Efficient job distribution, transportation miles are decreased. This is one of the important aspect by sourcing manufacturing locally, resulting in less CO2 related release to atmosphere. CO2 release is the big issue as far as the sustainability is concerned. So environmental sustainability, then economical sustainability, that means that most equitable and physical sound way possible while keeping the other aspect of sustainability in mind: product quality, product capacity, product transportation, saving time for clients and supplier. You can't wait, because just below fingertips you are having all those economical aspects. Nobody, no need to go for the banks, no need to go for the manual works. Now all economical aspects are digitalized, right? So we are saving no doubt much more time. We are talking about cloud manufacturing, we are talking about the digitalization. So those are definitely concerned with the economical sustainability. Another one is the social sustainability, right? That is the promotes the betterment of society for future generation, what we are giving life benefits, right? So these are the three main pillars of the sustainability. So when we are talking about sustainability, we have to treat at the earlier stage. We have to prevent, we have to manage, we have to expand, we have to revitalize, we have to synergize. Then and then we can say our industry may be industrial ecology. Even civil industry is there, construction industry is there. We are not say that these are the ecological industries. Civil engineering or civil construction industry must integrate the system of production, those are environmental friendly. We must have the eco industrial parks where, you know, always it should not be like that only the Google or Facebook, their industries are the eco friendly, their offices are eco friendly, their industries or their work style, work culture in is clean. No, why it should not each and every construction industry or manufacturing industry becomes the eco industrial parks, right? It is possible that by using environmental related strategies and policy we can develop the eco industrial park, right? So when we are talking about life cycle thinking, definitely we have to extract all those from nature process, either it may be civil, mechanical, or automobile. Everything we are taking from the nature, natural environment, we are extracting from the natural environment, we are processing for manufacturing of the product. Actual production takes place, packaging and distribution is there, use and maintenance is there, disposal, and again we are waste and disposable things again we are giving to the natural environment. So when we are talking about these things, we have to think about with respect to the closed loop manufacturing, whether we are, it is possible to recover, whether it is possible to recycle, whether it is possible to remanufacture. Earlier the 3R approach concern was used for the engineers: reduce, reuse, recycle. But now we have to think with respect to remanufacturing, with respect to redesign, with respect to recovery. Now in sustainability we are using the 6R approach instead of 3R approach, where we are talking about how we are reducing or minimizing the waste stream waste which is going to the natural environment. So minimizing raw material from extraction, that is the important things, and then minimizing the waste streams, that is the important aspect for the sustainability. So when we are talking about the sustainability components, so each and every area we have to think with respect to society, with respect to economy, with respect to environment. So land use, biodiversity, material use. When we are constructing a building, you know, it may be applicable that green zone area, but we are constructing the building, it is near to the seashore area, we are constructing at the sea area. We are not thinking real estate or reality, you know, real estate agents simply they are not bothered about which type of land is there, whether it is suitable for the commercial purpose, residential purpose. No, near hill station, near, you know, hilly area, near, you know, natural, you know, naturals, whatever may be the riverside is there, we are constructing heavy construction is we are just developing the forest of RCC structure. We never talk about whether our soil is capable to take a load of these heavy construction buildings, right? If we see the London as well as the Mumbai, London peoples, European country, they think with respect to environmental point of view, their sewage treatment plant, that drainage plant, all are undergrounds, right? I still remember one of my ME projects. We have approached to the Thane municipal corporations. We are astonished to know that Thane municipal corporation keep 0 rupees budget for the solid waste management. We don't have the infrastructural and facilities to recycle and reprocess for the solid waste management. We are just making the dumping grounds. We are not using the land properly. We are, you know, just developing the raw material. I'm talking about with respect to the civil, but if you're talking about with respect to the China products, whether China products are the eco-friendly product, no. But we are, China is dumping the hazardous material, hazardous product, and we are as a customers we are happy to use the China product because it is at the low cost, it is available. But its effects we'll see after 20 or 30 years when it becomes the bulk quantity, it becomes the dumping ground for the China is simply dumping their products in India or any other Asian countries, right? So we are happy to use, we are happy always to become the customers, we are not happy to become the consumer, you know, producer or manufacturer. So resource productivity is the one of the important aspects where how we are utilizing material, how we are utilizing water, how we are utilizing energy. You cannot say that the shortage of water is there, shortage of electricity is there. In sustainability, in smart city, we have to provide 24 by 365 days water to the industry, water for the residential purpose. There should not be shortage of electricity, there should not be load shedding, there should be clean water and clean air. These are the basic needs. Roti kapda makan, those are the earlier phenomena is there, earlier slogan was there. But now we should provide the clean water, clean air, clean technology to the customer. That is the need of ours, right? So climate change, greenhouse gases, residual byproducts, those definitely associated with the environment. Then cost, labor, these are financial performance are again with respect to the economy. Then employees and social responsibility, that is society. Each and every industry having that SCR, social corporate responsibility, SCR is there, but for the name of SCR they are simply doing for some educational purpose. Only 2% company profit is used for SCR purpose, but in ground reality it is not workful. Each and every industry has to adopt a single village and to provide the social corporate related fund for the development of each and every village, then and then we can say we can develop the sustainable developed country we becomes, right? Each and every company has adopt villages, concentrate on each and every district, so that how we can becomes the smart city. Smart cities are not only on the paperwork for the sake of slogan. Smart city means where we are providing the 24 by 365 Wi-Fi facility, where we are providing 25 4 by 365 clean water, where we are providing 24 by 365 public transport system, where we are providing in less time we can approach any 100 kilometer or 50 kilometers. That means smart city. We never understand the meaning of smart city, right? Industrial people know meaning of smart city, smart industry, but we are not able to convert into reality, right? But it is high time, 2022 we are living, it's high time that we have to think with respect to manufacturing, with respect to civil construction, with respect to the how we can increase the value of smartness. Smartness value has to be increased by considering environmental, economical, society, human being well purpose, right? So another is what actually we can do. Most favored is prevent waste. No need to develop a waste, right? You can prevent it, you can minimize it, right? So least favored option is the disposable. Least favored option is energy recover. You think that how I can minimize, how I can prevent that the waste should be generated, right? So one has to be think that least favored option should be energy recovery and disposable, and most favored option should be prevention and minimization. So then we can say that we are focusing on the sustainability. So remanufacturing, recycling, reuse, reduce, these are the technological wages. Sustainability is there today and future. What we are consuming today, at what rate we are using the available resources, and its impact of consumptions. So definitely we have to optimize the use of available resources in such a way that we can maintain the sustainability rate. So as far as the manufacturing is concerned, the most resource intensive process of all human activities, either pin or helicopter or aircraft, you have to manufacture. Even electronics small kit is there, you have to manufacture. Any sensor is there, you have to manufacture, right? So you have to build and construct houses, bridges, smart city, and then you have to manufacture each and every part, every product. So manufacturing is applicable to everywhere. In European Union, manufacturing accounts for 21% of GDP and involves 20% of all jobs related to the manufacturing. In India, we are expecting to increase the share of manufacturing overall economy by 25% by 2025. China is well aware. We can't compare with the China. China target to achieve China, it is very difficult. For the sake of social media, we can ban only the TikTok on some of the app. But as far as the manufacturing is concerned, China is far away, right? So 25% of 2025 from the current 16% on account of various measures taken by the government. So manufacturing India 2025. Now this is based upon statement I have quoted Niti Ayog, right? They have expected that 25% will increase. China is having more than 36% now. So manufacturing share of GDP in top 15 manufacturing countries from 13% in 2010 to 16% in 2016, and we are expecting 25% in 2025. No doubt we are on the top 10 countries or top 15 countries, but the China is having 33%. China is on the top, then South Korea, then Indonesia, then Japan, then Germany, then Mexico, then Italy, then Russia, Brazil, India, right? So we are better than United Kingdom, Canada, France, United States as far as the manufacturing is concerned. But we have to again maintain and increase the manufacturing share as far as the GDP is concerned. So global manufacturing scenario. So India, large developing economies are moving up in the global manufacturing. So 2025 is the again target. Hope we can achieve this target and again will becomes in the top 5 rating of the overall global countries. So these are the some of the name we always talk: green even building, green manufacturing, clean manufacturing, green construction, environmentally conscious manufacturing, environmental binning manufacturing, environmental responsible manufacturing, eco-friendly manufacturing, sustainable manufacturing. So these are the some words we often use. But when we are talking about with respect to sustainability, I already told we have to focus instead of 3R approach to 6R approach, where we can talk about reduce, where we can talk about reuse, where we can talk about recycle, recover, redesign, remanufacture. So 6R approach is much more important as far as building construction is concerned, car manufacturing is concerned, washing machine manufacturing is concerned, or any product is concerned. So traditional manufacturing days we can't use it now. Then people use the psychology, philosophy of the lean manufacturing, where we are talking about just in time, waste reduction based. Then we are talking about green manufacturing. Green manufacturing was restricted for environmental binning for 3R based only, that is reduce, reuse, recycle only. But now sustainable manufacturing, sustainable development for civil engineering, for building construction, for automobile engineering, for car manufacturer, for mechanical engineering, for any mechanical related industry, now we have to talk about the sustainable manufacturing that should be innovative, that should comprises of the 6R approach. So when you see on x-axis the time 2020, we are in the era of 2020, but still we are not channelize all those things to convert from 3R approach to 6R approach. So it's high time to use the sustainable manufacturing technologies for the civil engineering, mechanical, and automobile engineering. Then and then we can achieve the sustainability aspect as well as the principles. So sustainability manufacturing process. So we have to think with respect to environmental aspects, environmental impact, manufacturing cost, energy consumptions, waste management point of view, operational safety point of view, and personal health point of view. We can't say that you are working in the civil industry or mechanical or auto industry and after 1 year you are facing some health issue because of your work environment, because of your work culture. So when we are talking about the clean industry, clean energy, clean environment, so one has to be focused that our workforce, our worker, our labor should get, that should not be health issue. If you see the coal mines, even in civil labor, we never bother about the health of the labor, those who are working in the construction technology. They are working for 20, 12 to 15 hours. But the environment is there if they are working in the sewage treatment plant, if they are working in the drainage system, right? Even we are, in the Panvel or Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, even we heard in news that 2 to 3 workers are accidentally dead due to the sewage, or they are working in the drainage treatment plant. Now this is not desirable that any labor or any worker get any, you know health issue as far as the working environment is concerned or work culture is concerned. So operational safety and health issues are again one of the important aspects. So the main sustainability manufacturing objective is to minimize manufacturing cost, minimize energy consumptions, reduce environmental impact, reduce personal health, improve personal health, improve operational safety, and improve waste management practice. We don't have the proper waste management practices. Even if you are talking about the recyclable plant, government recognize very few recycling plants are there. We have developed so many, you know uh, products, but we never talk about the how we can recycle it, how we can remanufacture it. So these are the some of the performance indicators for sustainable manufacturing. We have to think with respect to the economical performance, that is manufacturing cost, energy cost, quality product, product efficiency, productivity, and technology. We had and environmental performance is definitely the materials and water use. We must say while developing or constructing in building, we can say that I have reduced so much cement back, I have reduced the this much sand, I have reduced the water. Then and then we can say we are developing the green building, I have used the material that is eco-friendly materials. We have to think to replace the conventional material used for the building constructions. We have to think with respect to the water, land, air pollution. We have to think with respect to the restricted waste generated. We have to think with respect to the emission release, because it is correlated with the human beings, it is correlated with the social performance, that is the health, happiness, education, poverty, and standard of living. Up to when we can say we are underdeveloping, we have from our childhood we are learning we are underdeveloping. When will become the developed country? When we develop the smart city, when we develop the smart infrastructure, when we develop the smart industry, then and then it is possible that we will become the developed countries. Otherwise we have to simply in the dream that okay we will become one day the developed country. If developed country is that, then we have to think with respect to the sustainability point of view. We have to think all the environmental, economical, and social related performance. So these are the key indicators for sustainability evolution. Cost, labor cost, we can't say that always the manrega and the our daily wages will earn 50 rupees or 70 rupees per day. 30 rupees or 30 rupees earning 32 rupees, we can't even get the vada pav. So how we can say through manrega our labor will earn the labor cost? So we must think that how the cost of labor will increase, how the cost of consumable we can control, how the cost of energy will control. We can't always electricity bill is increase, we can understand what actually the its impacts our overall calculations. Maintenance cost, nobody want to you know if you are having the car and maintenance of the engine is there, nobody interested to do the engine maintenance and to pay for 10,000 rupees for maintenance work. Why we should pay for the maintenance? That should not be maintenance. Maintenance free technology we need. Cost by product treatment, cost by indirect labor, energy consumption, inline energy or energy consumption, maintaining facilities. I always say that there should not be load shedding, there should not be energy or electricity cut out for the industry. Even we can't say that the Mumbai local should be halt for 2 hours. If problem is there, it should be sorted out within 1 hour or within half an hour. We can't restrict the transportation public transport system for 1 hour. It is not desirable that in Mumbai the electricity shut down for 4 hours or 6 hours or local trains stop for 2 hours because of the electricity. Electricity is the basic need. It should be available uninterrupted for 24 by 365. Then and then we can say it's a smart city. So environmental impact, greenhouse gases emission from energy, CO2 emissions, total water consumptions, clean water, I already told, noise level should not be there. We are habitual. If fan is running, we are habitual, noise should be. There should not be any noise. If vehicle is moving, there should not be noise. If motor is running, there should not be noise. But we are habitual because of technological default in the system of manufacturing. Always there is a noise when car is running, when a machine is running, there should not be noise produced. I am talking about the industrial or technical noise. Technical noise should not be there when we are talking about industrial factory, right? So environmental impacts are again the key indicators for the sustainability. So indicators for sustainability evaluations, operator safety, always will say, see that in news we can understand, we came to know that okay, some industry because of the toxic gas, toxic corrosiveness, so many person has been died because of the boiler explosion, so many you know because of the damage of dam or the flow of extra flood. In 2022 our water management system should be perfect. There should not be any flood situations. Water treatment or water utilization, water storage system should be such way that should not be any flood. But unfortunately, even after having so many water collection dams, we are still facing the problem of the flood, right? So exposures to higher energy or injury road, it should be less. There should not be chemical contamination. There should not be mist, dust. There should not be any noise level. There should be 0% health related issue. There should be 0% mass of disposed consumable, 0% consumable reuse, mass of mist, mass of disposable, chips and all those things. Chips, I am talking about the mechanical chips. So sustainable manufacturing, when you are talking about, we have to use the renewable material. We have to restrict the non-hazardous materials, hazardous materials. We have to use the recycled materials. We have to modify production process to use less energy, less water, less material to produce less waste. We have to use less packaging. We are hearing that plastic is banned, but still we are using plastic. Simply one, I am giving the example. Plastic banned 100%. When it will be possible? Pa- Plastic is used for packaging industry. Why we are not using the eco-friendly materials for packaging industry? Right? Using more efficient transportation and logistic. Why we are not using still the efficient transportation system? Smart transport system, smart road, smart vehicles, smart car. Everything is now associated with value addition with smartness. So designing your products to be reusable, remanufacturable, recyclable, biodegradable, expanding the life of the product, making it easier to repair, designing for it used for fewer resources, working with stakeholders like customers and retailer to reduce the environmental impact of sales and distribution. So these practices has to imbibe in the manufacturing of each and every industry related with the automobile, mechanical or civil domain. Because whenever we are talking, even if your building is the product, we have to manufacture, we have to build up this particular through process, right? So we have to some input materials are there and output is the product. But we have to think how I am using the input energy, electricity and fossil fuel. If I am using 100 mixer mixing truck, concrete mixer truck, instead of that, if I am using 3D printing technology for construction of technology, how much fuel I can reduce? How can fuel I can save, because I am using the rapid prototyping technology for building construction, right? So output emissions, that is greenhouse gases, various pollutants, toxicants, solid waste, that has to be, we have to reduce that. So because these are having the direct impact on global warming, acidification, human toxicity, ecotoxicity and so on. So I have taken one of the electro discharge machining process. It is related to that, what actually inputs are there, what outputs are there. So we can understand that we have to think with respect to the environmental point of view. Each and every machine has to be target to achieve environmental safety and reduce manufacturing cost and reduce the wastages. So I will take another case study with respect to the sustainability in machine tools. Now if I am seeing the hybrid machine tools, now instead of using single different machine, if I use the two different combinations of machine in one machine, I will perform the various operations. So that is always better, right? So instead of doing individual setup, if we use the hybrid mode of machine tools, so always it is useful. So in flexible manufacturing systems, people are supporting that one has to be used the hybrid model of machine tools. So machine design and manufacturing has to be used the you know hybrid model, embedded energy systems, minimum operating energy, either it may be hydraulic or any other energy recovery machine. LED CFL we understand easily, but we have to think with respect to the greenhouse gases. We have to think with respect to reuse, remanufacturer, and with respect to the low maintenance point of view. Here you can see, instead of using milling of machine separately, drilling machine, turning or milling separately, why I can't use a combo pack, right? Instead of using just like the Xerox, I always give my student the example of Xerox. Xerox is the name of the company. It's a photocopying machine, but Xerox is the world class machine, eco-friendly machine. You can see whenever you are doing the Xerox, if any maintenance related issue is there, no need to call the maintenance engineer. That operator itself open the top door of the Xerox machines and do the minor maintenance within 1 or 2 minutes, and the Xerox machine will start within a short time. You will not never see that the major issue comes to the Xerox machine, because Xerox machine is the world first eco-friendly machines, right? All parts are eco-friendly manufactured, those are recyclable, reusable. Xerox is the ultimate example of the sustainable machines, right? So other than Xerox machines, we expect that each and every technology has to be with combo pack, where all machines in one platform we can do n number of operation. Macro processing planning, table mounted or small high productivity small machines are the important. Optimum selection of cutting parameters, right? So this will the becomes heavy. I will just give the another online energy monitoring of machine tool. We can say that we can understand that how much energy consumption is there. Machine ke sath hi you must have the energy meter, right? It is connected, all machines are connected through GPS, where we can it is connected with machines to machines, V to V, just like V to V is there, vehicle to vehicle, the machines are connected with machines to machine, M to M, where we are monitoring the energy level or what how much energy is consumed. We must understand that the energy requirement should be less. We should monitor the energy consumptions related with the machineries. Use of coolants. Now this again, we one of the for postgraduate student, we have given this type of experimental analysis, that we never talk about service station. You might have everybody experience that in service station for bike servicing or car washing or car servicing, how much water we are just wasting. Still we are not having the smart car washing or smart bike washing. We are still using abundantly, we are just wasting the water. That is again become the another big issue as far as the servicing and washing of the car is there. So we have developed in our college some of the smart washing, where sensors are there and nozzles are there, where we can optimizely use the optimum water to clean a bike or to wash a bike or car. So that is again one of the sustainable related service stations. Now this example I have quoted the coolant which we are using in the lathe machine or grinding machine. So is it really is a need to use the water coolant? No, we are talking about now cryogenic or dry machining. Last 5 years back, one of my ME student from the Karzat, we have performed this experiment at dry cooling, not to use the coolant in the machining process. So we can work for the sustainability if you are reducing the use of the coolant, right? So metal cutting fluids, just I'm showcasing that air quality issues with cutting fluids say what exactly happens to the environment. Cutting fluids, if it's having, so definitely if lubrication oil is there or cutting fluid is there, it's having definitely some hazardous contamination. It's may impact to the environment, definitely 100% its impact on the environment, to the nature. So how we can reduce the use of the cutting fluid? Okay, so here you can see most of the operation, when the heat generation is there for the cooling purpose, we need the water coolants. So cutting fluids are highly vulnerable to microbial contamination. Mist and vapor generators are harmful for the operator. Most of the time it's, lung disease happens if you are continuously in that particular work environment because of that particular cutting of fluids. So respiratory based disease are mostly, happens because of the such type of cutting fluids. So cutting fluids consumption is estimated as more than 100 million gallon per year in US. No data is available in India. We don't have that how much cutting fluid we are using for the industrial purpose. More than 48 billions, 100 million gallon in US. That means cutting fluid cost is 7 to 17% of the total manufacturing cost in German automobile company. Automobile, Germany is the, big name, topmost name we can say. Everybody looking for the Germany because Germany producing the car as a product for the sustainable development purpose. Their manufacturing car industries are associated with the engineering colleges. Whatever the problem they are occurring, engineering colleges, diploma college, their students, they are solving their problems, and in hand and in one campus only German industry and German engineering colleges are there. So engineering students understand what exactly problem automotive industry facing, and they are providing the solution. Unfortunately, in our India, education system and industries are having the wide gap. Education sector is having the different area, industrial area is different. We initially, we are at the, on the, we can say the culprit is our system, that we are not making the industry and education system is far away, industry is far away from the society. So how we can work for the product development, how we can work for the construction industry, how we can work for the automobile industry. So disposal and recirculation forms is a major share of cost. So I have especially taken this cutting fluid. Unfortunately, this data is not available for the Indian industry. So metal working fluids, the solution what we are working for the dry cutting in India. You can see my paper some on the dry cuttings. We have used the solid lubricants, we have used the jelly, and we have worked for the dry cutting. Even in 2010 and 11, we have started working on the dry machining and cleaning machining, where there should not be no use of water coolant, no use of cutting fluid. So fortunately, we are working through engineering as well as the postgraduate students for how we can help for the sustainability environment through manufacturing. So this is the case study we have given to the and we have published some of the research paper related to this. So MQL, that is the where we can use the minimum quantity of lubrication, minimum use, how we can't we can use the jelly or the solid lubricants, right? There should not be use of the water, how we can minimize the use of water for the manufacturing industry. So MQL versus flood. So we have to use the MQL, that is the minimum quantity of lubrication. Goal is to use just enough lubricant and coolant to minimize heat and friction. Flow rate should be less, reduce tool wear, reduce surface roughness. In flood, flow rate is 120 liter per hour, but we can use at the optimized level. So tremendous research opportunities are there in cutting fluid technologies. Even civil engineering peoples can think about that how we can reduce the water for tiles manufacturing, or while constructing the interior of the building, right? How we can reduce the uh, vegetable cutting oils or the lubricants oil, or the even conventional, water level, how we can reduce. So MQL using vegetable cutting oils, nanoparticle mix, and life cycle assessment of petroleum and vegetable oils. So this is again research opportunities for the additive manufacturing, where we are using the newer and newer material, polymers, metals, composites. So in additive manufacturing, I already given the example of 3D printing. for the civil engineering as well as the mechanical automobile. Ford company has developed a 3D car. No use of hundreds of machineries only on one platform. Through 3D printing, they will develop a car. Car is having the more than 2000 components, but those are manufactured through 3D printing. You just imagine how technology has driven now. So modeling and simulation of material flow, energy flow, additive manufacturing process are tremendously, opportunities are there, but unfortunately we are not developing the diploma and degree students, those who can work for the smart industry. We are not producing. Unfortunately, we are not producing smart engineers because we don't have the smart faculty, smart engineers to teach the students. Even though some few students are smart, but we are not having that much of knowledge to give them the latest technology to develop the green building, to develop the green city, to develop the green infrastructures, right? So green design and green manufacturing definitely chips from machining and trimmed materials. Even in building construction, heavy, waste material is there, but nobody think about that waste material. Slag from foundries and welding, additives in sand used in sand casting, hazardous waste and toxic materials, lubricants and coolants, liquid from heat treatment. Even fortunately 3 years back we took one project, that is the end life of vehicles. Even in Mumbai, you can see how many unknown vehicles are available on the roadside, below bridges or on the roadside. N number of you know cars and bikes are available. If you visit any RTO office, you can see hundreds, thousands of vehicles are available in just like dumping grounds. So 3 years back, with the help of Panvel RTO and Vashi and Wadala RTO, we have done one survey related end life of vehicles, of automobile vehicles, ELV, and life of vehicles. So we have suggested the Panvel Corporation as well as the Wadala and Washi Transport Office that why we can't go for recycling of that vehicles. We have collected the two wheelers, four wheelers, heavy vehicles, commercial vehicle, passenger car data from last 20 years. We have given them, we have suggested them that these technologies are available in developed country. Why we can't recycle them, reprocess them? If we go in the Kurla, you can see in the chore market on the roadside, when we are going towards Mumbai University, we can see thousands of small automobile parts shops are there. But whether these shops are really needed in the Mumbai, capital city of India, where even for the hardware, I think in Western line you are having the hardware parts. Lamington Road, we are having the hardware parts. Whether really it is needed, it has to be recycled, it has to be reprocessed, and the clean product should be available in customers, right? That has to be utilized in the systematic way. So green design and green manufacturing, definitely it is needed, because we must think about the conscious design, conscious manufacturing, environmental point of view, materials point of view, processing point of view, operations of and products point of view. We have to think design for recyclability, because the DFR is must. We have to develop a product, we have to develop the building. We can't give the guarantee that a building is or bridge will be work for 100 years. No civil engineer can give that this particular skywalk or this flyover will be effectively work for 100 years. Previously you can see some building and some monuments are there, thousands of years they are still in the good condition. Definitely we can say those are the green building. But even though we are having the good knowledge, good technology, but we are not able to produce the green technological building constructions. Even buildings may get cracks. Even multi-stories buildings having the cracks. Columns are cracks, beams are cracks. So what actually it means? that we are not developing the buildings which are the eco-friendly or the green building, right? There should not be no need to do the coloring, no need the building material should be such that it will be long lasting for 20, 30, 50 years. No need to give after 2 years the coloring, because the coloring is having the hazardous materials. So what is the need of that coloring if you are every year we are doing the coloring? So hazardous environmental point of view, eco-friendly point of view, we have to think the biological cycle of the material, we have to think the industrial cycle of the the product as well as the process. So green design and manufacturing, we have to think from birth to death of the product. We have to think recycling point of view, we have to think waste free production point of view, we have to think recyclable point of view, renewable energy point of view, maintaining ecosystem point of view. So green design and manufacturing, the main aspect is to reduce waste material, to reduce hazardous material product and process, investigate environmental friendly manufacturing, improvement in methods of recycling and reusing, minimize energy use and energy recycling. So definitely for civil, automobile and mechanical, we have to think the material. Whenever we are talking about material, I is always tell my students the story of Russia. Russia is our good friend because Russia has given the technology to us to process whatever maybe the Jamshedpur and all those Bhilai plants. We are using the technology given by the Russia. Hence, we are becoming the Russia as a partner. Still, we are using that processing capabilities is over. We can't able to produce the raw material which cater the need of Indian industry. But in the same time, China has produced the bulk quantity of raw material in multiple fold. Our processing plants are not capable, they are not efficient. We need that those plant has to be used new cycle, new technology, so that we can produce the bulk quantity of raw material. But those are having merely 30 to 35% potential capabilities, so we can't catch the China is the far away in producing the, as far as the material is concerned. So conventional material, we are far away. Definitely we have to think now the composite material, nano material, green material, right? Even we talk about how to use the ceramic and glasses in building industries. We can't always depend on the conventional type of materials. So materials and processing all should be, these are the conventional, but definitely I already told we have to replace with the rapid prototyping technology. We can't use all those old age technology for hundreds of years, right? So we have to reshape the manufacturing process in the for the zero waste net shape and net shape, where the zero waste should be there. Metallurgical point of view, sheet metal or any manufacturing process point of view, we have to think that how our manufacturing process can reduce the waste material. Another last, my case study, I will take on the you know automobile related, how we are talking about towards sustainability. So automobile remanufacturing towards sustainable mobility. So when I am talking about this, I always tell that public transport system must be there in a smart city. Smart transportation system should be there, smart road should be there. Hopefully we can see vehicle to vehicle communication through GPS, driverless car, smart car. It is running in the Mumbai Pune expressway. Hopefully at least our next generation, or we can see after 10 years or 15 years, where all those eco-friendly vehicles are running. We are still in the process of Bharat stage 4, Bharat stage 6. Peoples are already, developed country already using the eco-friendly, environmental friendly vehicles. but we have to give the green, after 15 years you can use now this vehicle, then green tax is there. So technology is fast. Our auto rickshaw will not able to replace easily on the electric vehicle or CNG, because वो बोलेगा कि from last 5 years back I have used purchased this particular technology, how it is within short time I will replace with the eco-friendly technology. So definitely it will be carried out phase wise, slowly, phase wise it will be there. So for this purpose I have especially picked up this particular automobile case study. So remanufacturing is the practice of taking end of life goods and rebuilding them into new or better condition once with a warranty to match. So definitely we are extracting the material from nature, we are manufacturing, we are developing the product, civil product, mechanical or automobile product, we are using them, then waste we are disposing. So we have to think from waste how we can reuse and remanufacture, we how we can recycle and reuse them. So remanufacturing ensures the same product quality, durability and performance as a new components while maintaining the sustainability of resources. So these are the new concepts which are now industry, or one can start the new business. Rebuilt is synonymous with remanufacturing when used in connection with motor vehicle parts and system, but not the entire vehicles. We can reuse them. Most of the automobile parts are there, you can rebuild them and we can reuse that particular rebuilt or remanufactured part. Another example is cartage. Refurbishing is the synonymous with the remanufacturing of furniture system of offices, hotel, lobbies, right? आपका cartage है, printer है, right? So that is again the refilling and all those things. Some issues are there with respect to environmental. Whether our printer is eco-friendly printer, whether we are using the technology in the civil construction, whether those machineries are eco-friendly machineries, whether we are using the factory machines, whether those are eco-friendly. No, so there are tremendous scope is there. Most of the components can be rebuilt or refurbished or recharged. Laser toner cartridge, we understand every laser cartridge should not be finished 3 to 4 days or in 1 week, but unfortunately that material, that cartridge ink is duplicate, right? It is not environmental friendly. So we are every after 15 days to recycle. So how much it's having the impact if you are simply taking an example of the ink of the cartridge, laser printer. So if you see the small and small components and their impact on the environment, we can understand how we can work for the sustainability. So these are the standard operating process. Obviously we are saying the SOP, the quality assurance, that complete disassembly of a product we need thorough cleaning of the parts, inspection of sorting of parts, reconditioning of parts, and reopening by new parts, product assembly, and final testing. One has to do the reality disassembly of part, design for assembly and design for disassembly with respect to sustainability point of view and developing a new product. So SOP has to be used, and this is the particular process flow, whether the product is needed the correction or any logistic things. So incoming receive needed in production, store until needed, then disassembly or dismanufacture. Initial inspection is carried out, then cleaning, or whether it is really needed for remanufacturing, then go for remanufacturing or restoration process, or if any it goes for the process scrap or recycle, so then you can go for the recycle. All 100 components we can't go for the recycle. For scrap, every year we can't do the cleaning and scrap. We have to think whether those parts, those materials can be recycled or reprocessed or not, or we can reuse them or not. Every time bulk of files or bulk of machinery equipments we can't given to the scrap dealers, right? We have to think how we can reuse or reutilize them, right? So component rectification is needed, how we can assemble them, how we can make as a reproduct or reprocessable products, how we can make the new products, right? Even you can see best from waste, even our students are doing from waste material, they are developing the best some product. So why we can't give such type of mini project to the diploma or degree from first year itself? In engineering at, abroad in European and developed countries, they are giving the product development concept from first year itself. From first year of engineering or diploma, students are aware that I have to develop the green product or sustainable product. Engineering students are talked about, given lesson, knowledge, information about the sustainable product from first year itself. Unfortunately, our education system doesn't permit us to talk about the product development from first year. After engineering or in final year of engineering, we understand product design and development and product life cycle management. Till that time, the time has been lost. So unfortunately, our education system doesn't talk about the product design and development at very initial stage of the product. Education from first year itself. If you just imagine that our engineering graduates or diploma students are working 3 years during for a particular product in 6 semester or in total 8 semester, so definitely in final year they will come out with a good product. That product can be patented, you can get the copyright and intellectual property right of that product. It is possible that a bunch of students, a group of projects, through mini project or major projects, we can give them a product that is should be sustainable or green product. It is possible, but unfortunately we are not giving such type of case studies, such type of product project to the our students. So it should be through, why Germany and USA and developed countries are developing again and becomes the developed countries, because they are working in hand with education system. Then and then we can understand, okay, what should be recycled, what should be remanufactured, what should be reprocessed. So this process flow chart is much more important. Every person, every engineer understand, right? Even in our domestic, I still remember one of my guru tell me that I visited foreign and there is no any kabadi wala, but we are habitual that every week there should be a scrap dealer should be come to our house and we are giving some paper waste, some domestic waste. Why should be there? Any scrap dealer is needed in society. 100% it should be recycled at the initial stage only. There is no need of recycle. In Germany, when we are studying the municipal transport solid waste management system in Germany, they are having all those underground, material handling system where the scrap material is transferred from commercial building or domestic building to the directly to the recycle plant. There is no any scrap dealer, there is no any scrap collecting vehicle coming to your house. But in India, we are habitual to generate the scrap to pollute the society, to pollute the environment. We are not conscious and aware about the unforeseen or disaster related with the product and process. So it should be there. So types of remanufacturing products you can use. You can't simply throw away your refrigerator components or AC components in the dumping grounds. Why we can't reuse them? Why we can't use our water pump? Why we can't use our water turbocharger? Why can't use the different AC components? We just generally give the scrap dealers the all AC, all water coolers, all washing machine, refrigerators. How is there any plant is there where we can remanufacture those products? Unfortunately, we don't have, because we don't have any options. So these are the different components, alternator, engine, fuel system, starters, where it is possible to remanufacture those components once again and to give the re-life and rebirth to that particular product. So why remanufacturing? Environmental sustainability, reduce energy cost and environmental impact, raw material, natural resources, manufacturing products, shipping components. Eco-friendly, definitely we need the eco-friendly green manufacturing world. We can't say next generation that we have developed so much of scrap, thousands tonnage of scrap we have produced. We have become the dumping grounds. Every area, every sector, we are having the dumping grounds, waste material. We don't have the recycling plant. We don't have any, reusable or remanufacturing hub, right? So these are really the challenges for industries as well as the for the any developing country to save enough natural resources to train 1100 miles long. We need natural resources. We need enough energy to power 6 million automobiles. you know what is the need of? We need a smart transportation system. We don't need crores of automobile vehicles. We need a smart public transport system. We don't need thousands of cars should be available in the road, and it may stuck in the traffic road. But unfortunately we are using the cars. Thousands of cars are there. They are producing how much? They are damaging the environment. So we can't say that we are having the environmental friendly products. Even we don't have the smart parking system. If I'm talking about the smart parking system, that should not be smart parking system where I can understand in my parking where whether parking slot is available or not throughout my GPS system. It may give guidelines that okay, this slot is available, within 20 minutes you can reach there, you can acquire that particular parking slot. But unfortunately in Mumbai, in Delhi, we don't have any parking system which have the latest technology. Even our traffic system, this year Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation first time they have given the tender to the Tata Consultancy Services. Our parking systems, our traffic system is not environmental friendly. There is no need of traffic havaldar. There is no need of any constable, any police wala. All cameras, all sensor technologies should be there. Our road should be equipped with all those infrastructure facilities, right? But still we are facing the traffic related issue. There should not be any traffic related issue. There should not be any parking related issue. Smart parking should be there. Smart car should be there. Smart road should be there. Smart, 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 smart. Hope so. We can dream. At least we can see in our life the smartness. So remanufacturing. So approximately 85% of energy expended in manufacturing of all original and original products is preserved in remanufactured product. Recycling claim, recycling them, designing them, capital. So it is better instead of using any new products, you can use the recycled or remanufactured product. So what benefits are there? Green implications. Remanufacturing is designed to allow a portion of products to continuously upgraded with improved version to take advantage of advanced technology. Remanufacturing components have energy point of view, material point of view, water point of view, energy, pollutants, retention. So much percentage we can reduce the so much components, 60, 70, 90, 80, 80%. Water saving, energy saving, material saving, it's the big achievement. You just imagine if a uh, domestic kitchen utensils, if you are reducing 5 grams of material for a utensil part of kitchen, thousand of parts are there. If you are per year 1000 kg of material, if you are simply आपने क्या किया है, you have redesigned and remanufactured the product in the sustainability point of view. If 5 gram material is reduced from a utensils, So it is the big help for the sustainability. So repair versus reconstruction, right of repair and includes. Unfortunately, our industry is totally based upon the service sector. Is there any really need of service station maintenance industry? No. In developed country, they simply use the upgraded. No time for maintenance purpose. People are so much busy that they are not looking towards आपका AC खराब हुआ है, refrigerator खराब है. No. But unfortunately, we are spending too much time for our maintenance related of our product because our products need maintenance. So whether we are developing a products which is maintenance free, we had to call electrician, mechanics, AC mechanics, motor mechanics, repair and reconstruction. This has to be discussed in the broad way, right? So that people can understand that how we can develop a product which minimum maintenance. So obviously there are lot of challenges, lot of issues are there which respect to sustainability point of view, maintenance point of view. So will remanufacturing product to obtain green benefits to be deemed permit repair or prohibited restrictions given the commercial objective of remanufacturing? So obviously we have to use new technology. Old technology has to be replaced with the new technology. We must be, you know, USA are saying the new technology we can't give because new technology is in a private company's hand. They have developed, but developing countries such as India, we are asking that you give us how you develop the Xerox machine. We will also produce that type of Xerox machine, or we can develop like sustainable type of products. But USA and developed countries, they are saying it is in the hand of private industry. They are having the legal right, intellectual property rights of that technology. We can't do at free of cost. We always say that no free electricity should be given. That terminology I will not say. You understand what I am saying? Free electricity or free. But we can't ask free technology for the developed country. If you are not providing the free electricity for the generation, for the humanity, for the commercial and domestic purpose, so we can't ask the free technology for the developed country. Why we are not developing the sustainable technology by our own engineers? So we should not depend on the developed country. So there is tremendous scope is there where our engineers can play a vital role to develop the sustainable products. So review current related policies, that is rebuilding intellectual property, patenting related, copyrights, legal rights point of view. How they will give the technology which is having the Euro 6. We are developing Bharat stage 6, but whether all vehicles are having that Bharat stage 6 capabilities? No, still we are using Bharat stage 4, right? So as far as the standards related with recyclability, efficiency, design, material innovation, Germany is banning our once time Baha Supra students, they are going for international competition, but Germany people say that this material is banned in our country. Sorry, this particular material even cannot be stayed at our airport because we have banned this material in our country. Whether we can say that this material we are banning in India, we are not using in civil industry, we will not use our domestic building construction purpose, we will not use for the bridge construction purpose. We are still using hazardous materials, we are still using material which is dangerous to the environment, right? So most which is producing the emissions, right? So energy related issues are there, emissions related issues are there, safety related issues are there. We never bother about that 20 persons are injured or died in the boiler blast. whether it is possible the boiler should uh, get blast, or it should be get technological error because of which the industrial accident occurs. No, definitely in the manufacturing, or some inner failure is there where we can't understand that how can boiler get damaged. But unfortunately our car get fired, our industry get fired, right? Even our mantralaya government offices get fired, right? Because we don't have any safety related with fire safety, security related issues, right? So definitely the awareness is needed, education is needed. So I will conclude my session with respect to some following points that we have to think with respect to. We have to first think, as a we are talking about global village, we should not restrict our boundaries to the state, region, or religion point of view. We have to think that we as a human being, we as a you know as a humanity of this global world, what I am giving to the nature, what I am giving to the society, what I am giving to the environment. So earth's resources levels are plummeting at a fast rate, especially in last few decades. These decades have been both increased production and product waste. The amount of waste generation has increased many-fold, with non-durable goods production that last less than 3 years making up for a greater portion compared to durable products. So we can't say next generation we have developed only dumping ground. We have not recycled the products. We have developed the pollution. We have developed the concrete jungle by developing hundreds of floor of buildings. We have developed the hundreds of flyover. We have developed a, you know, is it really needed, the RCC construction? Whether why we are not thinking about the green material or environmental friendly materials? So for sustainable development, mindless mass consumption and throwaway culture need to be done away with. It will certainly take some time and throw on how to achieve this without damaging the economy. Now we can't blame the China always. The China has collapsed the economy of Sri Lanka or any other country. Why each and every country self-developed? Why to take the loan for industrial development purpose? Why to take the loan for bridging or developing the bridges? Why to take the loan for construction of stadiums? We are taking the loans from World Bank. Whether it is really needed to develop 100 crores of stadium, that is the economical damage. Whether it is really needed, high infrastructure needed, you know highway expressway needed, but always it is not needed that aircraft will land on the expressway, all aircraft will run on high, all. No, for defense point of view, definitely we needed at the boundary area, across the border. Definitely we need world class infrastructure, we need world class technology, we need world class public transport system, we need smart city. 100 smart city, where are the 100 smart city? Smart city means the free wi-fi, clean air, clean technology, world class road construction, green building, sustainable development point of view. If cities are developed, then we can say it is the smart city. Unfortunately, we didn't understand the meaning of smartness. You go through the government website, I bet they are not clear with the meaning of smart and sustainability, because they themselves don't understand what is sustainability, what type of future generation we are going to hand over the cities. We are giving the Delhi and smart city after 50 years, this as a gas chamber, this as a polluted city, Mumbai as a polluted city. What type of development we are doing, right? So in the meantime, we have to understand what exactly designed for sustainability. Unfortunately, we are not aware the aspect of sustainability. So an efficient design for sustainability strategy must consider the whole life of the product rather than just end of it. You have to think the design for sustainability at the initial stage, before building construction, before bridge construction, before skywalk. You have to think about the strategic point of sustainability point of view. The techniques, it should not be that the skywalk or foot over bridge break. It is not able to take the load carrying capacity. Load carrying capacity, you just imagine on Dadar or VT, CST, you know, foot over bridge break, whether such type of things has to be happen. No, the foot over bridges has to be sustainable, right? So due consideration factors such as packaging can significantly reduce waste level. We are using packaging, Amazon hai, Flipkart hai, home delivery, each and every product, but how much packaging material, whether it is packaging material is sustainable packaging material they are using, eco-friendly materials are there. We are simply again dumping ground we are making. So being directionally right is definitely a positive first step, but the actual benefits of design for sustainability will be seen only when we get the detail right as well. Every person, every engineer, every humanity having their own rights to survive in the clean environment, to use clean product, to use clean technology. Then and then the mission of sustainability will come, or it will be in the reality, right? So this is, I think, my last slides. uh, Organizer, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
I'm concluding from audience. If any doubts, any questions,
Yes.
you are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. You have very nicely explained the concept of sustainability in easy words and with the various examples, live example. I think before we also don't think about the smart city with sustainability concept, but really now we understand the real meaning of this smart city. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, shall we go for the question answer session
Yeah,
now?
sure, proceed.
Okay, okay. First question is coming from the Mr. Swapnil Boyer. Currently, fire audit is compulsory for every construction structure. Is there any correlation with sustainability?
Yes, fire safety is must, but we are managing the documents. Fire safety, you have to take the permission from the site. It is correlated with sustainability. You are building construction, multi-stories building, it must have the NOC from fire department. So it is definitely connected with the not only fire safety, even your air conditioning. If you are having the centralized air conditioning system, duct system, right? A sewage plant, water recycling plant, each and every you must have having the relation with the sustainability. Obviously fire safety is the important thing that should not be during building construction. You have to take care how the ventilation should be there, whether it is with respect to sustainability point of view. Unfortunately, because of fire safety in India itself, so many, because life is cheap for us, unfortunately. There should not be life threat to the because of the burning of hospital, burning of any multi stories building, or burning of industry. Unfortunately, fire safety has not sustainable development point of view. They are not permitting our construction developers. They are just manipulating the documentation work, and they are not developing the fire developing related norms. They are not developing, our buildings are not fire safety related norms with sustainability point of view, unfortunately. So hope I answered your question. It should be there, it should be
Sure.
with respect to the sustainability only.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question is from Mrs. Saili Patil. In the context of role of infrastructure,
Yeah,
heavy vehicles on Mumbai-Pune expressway do not follow the traffic rules. How strict rules are so important for sustainability?
it should be separate transport traffic system should be there for industrial transport system purpose. Unfortunately, we are having the 8 lane. 8 lane हमको लगता है बहुत 8 lane expressway बहुत हो गया. China, they are having the 50 lane express highway. They are having the dedicated transport system for industrial purpose. Unfortunately, we are giving permitting the industrial vehicle to they can travel in the night only, daily on daily basis, on daytime they can't travel. So definitely we need separate lane, separate route for heavy vehicles. But our vehicles itself, they are not sustainable vehicles. We are not using green vehicles, but at least our supply chain management should be green supply chain management, where we can use the green transport system. So that is definitely separate area is there. Luckily we are having the good transport minister, and he is doing some good things. But for industrial point of view, 3 days delay because of transport delay, it is not suitable for industry. Industry needs separate, you know, road construction, roadways, expressways dedicatedly for heavy vehicles. Heavy vehicles should not be on the roadside on the daytime. 24 by 365 heavy vehicles should be permitted. Why they should be punished daytime? They should not be. Unfortunately, we don't have the infrastructure, so we are making the rules and regulations. So definitely the dedicated line should be there for the heavy vehicles. Yes, of course.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Ajinkya Deshpande.
Yeah.
What is the current position of 3D printing in design with respect to sustainability?
Even though it started last 10 to 15 years, but it is not grow. I have visited so many 3D companies. Unfortunately, we are not developing the engineer diploma and degree student. They know the 3D because it is not full fledged included in our academia. But artificial, ornament industry, jewelry industry, mechanical industry, automobile industry, civil industry, they are having tremendous scope in 3D printing. In construction technology, we are still in the initial stage only. So later you will see that all these industry without 3D and rapid prototyping technology, we can't attain the meaning of sustainability. So 3D printing, definitely some technologies are there where we are developing the 3D model of small parts, or statue, or some small product. But definitely we have to grow in various aspect of 3D printing in a big a big critical or complicated type of product development. I have given the example of 3D print. In Dubai, they have developed a one office through 3D printing. No manpower, no civil related machinery they have used, simply because of the you can see images, 3D printing images on if you googled it, you can see various offices, various buildings are now developed through 3D printing. So 3D printing is the future. We can't say that 3D printing or rapid prototyping is the only for mechanical or automobile. No, it is for each and every engineering domain. We need upgradation and development in the field of 3D printing, right? So obviously, wide scope available in the 3D printing in each and every area, but unfortunately it is not growing because we don't have that wide infrastructure facility. Even I visited one of the imaging company in Andheri. They using the manpower from the Kerala. They not having mechanical, automobile or civil engineer. They are plain 10th pass, but they know the how to use the 3D technology. So they, even industrial people say we don't need diploma and degree students, we need skilled personnel, right? So we have to develop the courses. We simply say make in India, digital India, or uh, but unless and until we skill India will successful when we develop the courses like 3D printing or rapid prototyping, and that is the need for the sustainability. So obviously there is a wide scope 3D printing in each and every area. Hope I answered your question.
Thank you, sir. So next question is from the Ms. Varsha Kamble. As 80% of product negative impact on the environment at the design stage, then
Yes.
why not the government take any steps towards it?
You know, survival. Otherwise, we have to again import, export, supply, demand. That problem will be there, right? Our industries, factories of future, we just saying, but we don't have any factories of future, clean technology. Still, 80% negative impact is there. But what is the alternative? Then again, we have to depend on China and another country. We are not sustainable in that point of view. We are not able to develop products which can, you know, need and requirement of Indian populations. So we have to permit them because we don't have any alternative, right? At the initial stage, 80% negative people, we don't have alternative materials. We don't have the manpower, we don't have the technology to use the alternative materials, because still we are using the copper, steel, conventional materials, in even in construction rapidly we are using, because we don't know the alternative material and the technology which is available. So obviously there is no option, even though we are knowing that this is hazardous, but still we are using. It's unfortunate.
Thank you very much, sir. Here our question answer session is end up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Parties, yes, sir.
so again, once again, thanks, Saraswati College of Engineering Secretary, Chairman, Principal Madam, my degree Principal Madam, Dr. Manjusha Deshmukh, also to permit me to give this session for all those MSBT related faculty members. So thank you, Dr. D.R. Surosh sir, organizer, HOD Mechanical and Automobile, and uh, but thank you, madam, for you also, and
Thank
all participants. Thank you very much.
thank you, sir. The all participants, now here we end up the session one of the STTP day 5. Feedback form will be provided on your WhatsApp group, and our session 2 will be delivered by Mr. Ravindra Thakur sir at 1:30 p.m. So participants join us for session 2 sharp at 1:30 p.m. Thank you so much.